phone so I could pull up chat. One of these days I'll be more prepared. There we go. Kevin, what's going on, buddy? How you doing down in Florida? Probably give it a minute or two like normal to throw it out there that we're live. I leave the setup the same, but somehow my camera always gets moved. David, how's it going, man? How you doing? Original Yardsy Sandy, how are you doing? Or Yardsy Andy, how you doing? Dustin, how's it going, man? Definitely been a Tuesday. Oh, it's definitely been a Tuesday, that's for sure. The only thing I look forward to on Tuesdays is tacos at this point. And going live, so. David, just moved into the new place. Great news, how you doing? Deanna, how are you? It's Cassandra. How you doing, Cassandra? Oh, tacos. Yeah, I do. There's a place I actually pick up from on DoorDash every once in a while that I feel like they've got the best Taco Tuesday deal in town. Five tacos for $5.99. And they are not little tacos. You don't know me? I haven't seen your name in here before, so no. Probably not. Dealing with nasty tornadoes over here. Deanna, I heard there were some tornadoes, but I didn't know they were over in your area. Apparently we've got flooding going on. I just got a flood warning for a town about a half hour west of here. We did not really get much rain today. I'm doing okay, but it seems like I don't think you know me, or I subscribe to your channel. I don't know. Yeah, I honestly I don't know, because sometimes people their usernames get changed, so. Mary, how's it going? Greg, how you doing? Yeah, I don't just make anybody a mod, sorry. Anybody that's got a wrench in here has been here for a while, and they've been there for a while before they got a wrench. Kaylee, how you doing? Yeah, 107 and no AC in the car definitely makes for a brutal day. Milwaukee! Hello from soon-to-be stormy Milwaukee. Are you guys getting... It's crazy, because we were under a tornado watch. And basically nothing happened, so... I did change my name, but okay. Yeah, every once in a while, and I can pull up a comment that somebody left on a video, and the notification will say one username, and then I'll look at their actual comment and it'll say something else. So drop your link so I can subscribe. You should be able just to subscribe. If you're on your phone, you can X out of the chat and hit the subscribe button. Lisa, how are you doing? Tuesday night dashes suck in my zone. The colony, I'm a platinum dasher. I'm just gonna start referring to it. It's platinum plated, gold plated, and silver plated. But you guys will get a kick out of tomorrow's video because I learned something new. I actually got a catering order on Earned by Time. Did not know that that could happen. Carnifage, how are you doing? Or is it Carniphage? Yeah, Tornado Watch is gone. Yet again, it went around Lincoln. Always goes around Lincoln. Luckily, DoorDash kicked me off early, otherwise I wouldn't be home now. So you mean I can actually say thank you to DoorDash for something? Have you had Walgreens lately? They've been printing the signature slips and told me to get the customer to sign and keep for my record. I haven't had that happen. And actually, ever since I switched to using my red card in Apple Pay, I don't even have to sign at Walgreens. Saves a few seconds, but... That's crazy from your other video about possibly having to have 85. Yeah, Ryan, will probably hop in here at some point, sent me that screenshot from his phone. So, yeah, I'm hoping that they don't change it, but... DoorDash is going to do what DoorDash does, and it's usually to the detriment of itself. If DoorDash fails, it will be solely by their own doing. It will not be by any app taking over their market share. Oh, Kaylee, I've done that. Forgot to resume my dash after pausing. I've done that. And my fat thumbs every once in a while. I'll have my dash pause and I'll go to hit resume dash and I'll accidentally hit end dash. It is definitely frustrating when that happens. So I'm almost to my 1 year mark of no longer dashing. Is this new Top Dasher program better or worse? David, you need a 1 year coin, man. I feel like at some point, maybe I should just start it. It's probably not a thing. I should probably start it though. Gig Workers Anonymous. One year dash over. That's what I'm saying. I'll start Gig Workers Anonymous. It'd probably be the only anonymous group that people would be drinking at. But... Blonde, how you doing? Dustin, it's like a reverse union. Uber Tony, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Probably for the best I have to get to packing. Yeah, Kaylee, you better get to packing. You don't want to do me and just keep putting it off. What they're doing is a complete scam. Yeah, we're definitely... There's the never-ending debate of whether we're employees or independent contractors, but we're employees in all but name. Everyone is moving. I know, everybody seems to be moving or traveling or something. I feel so left out. I got like a month and a half, 2 months, about a month and a half when I'll be moved. It's going to be very weird getting used to. It's going to be also very weird doing lives, because right now when I start my live, it's 8 o'clock for me, but it's 6 o'clock to where I'm moving, so I'm going to have to adjust the time when I go live. I don't know, I might have to start going live an hour later. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. My last dash was May 31st, 2023, so I'll be expecting my sobriety coin. Every time you bring that up now, I think of you singing the Pina Colada song in the rain. Hey, tomorrow's video I'll be singing Hey Soul Sister from Train. Hawaii? Oh man, I've never been to Hawaii. I would love to go there sometime, but no, moving up to the Pacific Northwest. Mountains are my happy place. Lisa dreams of moving to Hawaii. I'd like to visit. I don't know if I could actually permanently live on an island. I don't know if I could do that. West Side, Pac Northwest. I know, and being a Washington Huskies fan, and you know, growing to be a Nebraska football fan, or at least cheering them on. At a certain point, you go through so many losing seasons, and you can't help but root for the team, But no, so Washington and Nebraska both are going to be in the Big Ten, so. Here in a couple years, we'll get to watch Nebraska fly out to Washington and play there, and then Washington come out here and play. Were you on vacation? Yes, where I went on vacation. I know it's weird. That's actually where I'm originally from, but when it's weird, you move from one state to another, and then when you go on vacation, you just keep going back to the state that you moved from. So I guess some people are, how is it? You always You always want to move to where you go for vacation, so I guess I'm doing that. I'd feel trapped living in Hawaii, too many people. Yeah, I don't know if, yeah, I couldn't. I'd visit there. I would definitely visit Hawaii. I don't think I would ever live there. David, I'd love to move south again. I love where the air hurts my face and the majority of the year, and I don't know why. Hmm. Wolf, what's going on? EPL, what's up, man? Do you hear that U of M bought our hospital in Lansing? Huh. I try to avoid looking at the news, to be honest, so. It's completely depressing. I've had to hold your hand through. University of Michigan buys everything. EPL, how has community service been? Honestly, not bad. I've been doing a little bit more of it lately. The biggest frustration on that is probably the miles. It's a nice break, though, if you get tired of. Is that what I did? No. Like yesterday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did 6 orders to start out the day. Only one of them didn't tip. And I made $71.74 off of 6 orders. Now, granted, you guys will see this tomorrow, but the reason I made $71.74 off of 6 orders is one of them was a catering order. So, surprise, you can actually get catering orders doing earn by time. But probably if the platinum, gold, silver things in your market and you're a platinum dasher doing earn by time, you can still get catering orders. APL says I only do community service. It's been, like I said, it's been pretty nice. Every once in a while, you don't get a tip, but honestly, it's probably a little less stressful doing that than it is per order at times. Because at least you're not going $2 decline, $2.25 decline, $3 decline. You're going, oh, this order is going to be at Chick-fil-A, which means I'm going to be standing there for 15 minutes. So there's at least $3 right there just standing there. You're not disappointed until after you drop the order off and see that there's no tip. It's like going on a blind date. You're not disappointed until you get there. Got a decent $30 Sprouts. Came up on cart. We'll be back later. Hey, Dustin, no worries. Heard that those Sprouts orders grow on you. Wolf, you won't see any shopping orders on Earn by Time or community service. That is, I guess, if you're able to do shopping orders, that is a downside, is you're not going to get. Although I feel like as quick as I get shopping orders done, especially at Hy-Vee, I feel like DoorDash, it would be in their benefit to offer me a Hy-Vee shopping orders on Earn by Time. Got a Cane's order on Earn by Time. Thought no red card orders were on Earn by Time. No, just no shopping orders. Any restaurant orders that, or you have to use the red card, still get filtered in. The Raising Cane's orders, though, if it's oftentimes, like my experience at Raising Cane's, I am legitimately in that store for 15 minutes. So, Earn by Time, community service. I'm just going to call it community service from here on out, because some days that's what it feels like. Lori, how are you doing? One of my new favorite YouTubers. Your videos are very positive, which I really like. Well, I appreciate that. Sometimes doing DoorDash, it's pretty hard to stay positive, and that's when the sarcasm leaks out. When EBT is good, it's really good, but when it's not, it's not. Yeah. Like, I've had days where I've gone out on community service. I did it on a Friday once, and I made $200 in like 8.5, 9 hours. So I feel like at a certain point, if there's so many decent orders going through, some of them are going to leak into community service. Construction is too bad here to do by order. That's another great point. All the construction zones, you're sitting in traffic. At least if you're stuck in traffic for 30 minutes, they're $7, roughly $6.50, $6.75. Lisa says rule of thumb is no blind dates ever. Hey, say that to Ray Charles. Every date he went on was a blind one. That was probably not a great thing. You shouldn't speak ill of the dead. Glad I could make you laugh the other day, by the way, with that DoorDash order I sent you. Oh, I definitely needed that laugh. Personal side of things started out kind of frustrating this week. Wolf, with the Earn by Time, though, I've noticed if I do more Earn by Time community service, I keep saying I'm going to say community service, and I keep referring to it as EBT. If you do EBT community service a bunch one day, the next day you will basically get nothing but shopping orders. So day before yesterday, I basically did nothing but EBT. Yesterday, I was at Hy-Vee for 4.5 hours straight. Hy-Vee, drop off, back to Hy-Vee, drop off, back to Hy-Vee, drop off, over and over again, nonstop. It was good money. David's got a beautiful view of the Grand River from his new apartment. See, even Blonde's moving. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Been through there. Think I went up there for something one day. I've always wanted to go to South Dakota near the res. Oh, up by the Black Hills area. Southwestern South Dakota. It's beautiful up there. Still can't believe you got that Panera Bread catering order, especially on EBT. They do exist. I was really surprised. Paul, yeah, you were positively sarcastic. Sometimes, and I really do, that's why my videos come with the warning at the beginning, because I myself should come with the warning label, because I was born without a filter between my brain and my mouth, so it just flows out. Blonde, wait a second. Blonde, you've never been to South Dakota before? Did you just like open up a map and throw a dart? I can't believe you're moved to some, well, you're not the only one that's probably done that. Lisa won't do EBT where she lives. I think there's a time and a place for it. Mary's not making good money on platinum, fighting for 15 bucks an hour. Blonde agrees with Paul. Sarcasm is the best thing ever. Should ask my mom about that. Earned by time is so low in my area, 11.25 to 11.50. Ugh. James, how you doing, man? Stopping in to say hi. Hope your evening's good. Iowa got destroyed with tornadoes today. So even I was going to be nice and not say it. Nebraska can't even beat Iowa, so it takes a tornado. There, I said it. Wow. Iowa did get destroyed. Mother Nature is just amazing. I swear whenever I tell out-of-staters that I live in Michigan, I expect to hear, "That sucks, when are you moving?" David, you generally only hear that if you're moving from California. I wish EBT was 16.25 here. Oh yeah, southwestern South Dakota, Black Hills, just that whole area is just absolutely gorgeous. Still waiting on my first catering order. It's been 2 months since I bought the bag and got approved, but zilch so far. Well, hopefully you get one soon. Although if you get one, you probably won't know you got one until you actually pick it up or get it dropped off, because apparently they're not saying catering anymore, or LOP. Best order was an EBT 29 sandwich. It's going to the Art Center, $40 tip. Dang. EBT doesn't work well under 13. Yeah, I can see that. Mary says Saturdays are awesome, rest of the week not so much. Mondays on my market for some reason are really good. Michael, how's it going? $14 in my zone. And in one zone by Disney, $18.72. I definitely wish EBT was that high. And I did get you emailed back, Michael. Hopefully it went through. I got caught up on quite a few emails from some of you guys today. Nebraskans are still loyal as heck to their teams. It's insane. Well, when you live in Nebraska, you don't have any professional sports teams. There's no hockey, baseball, basketball, or football. I feel like they had a lingerie league team up in Omaha for a while. But nope, you got college football, volleyball, basketball is actually doing pretty decent, baseball. Ohio's slogan should be "Go Flush." Oh, I know the rivalry of Michigan and Ohio all too well. I know it more of a historical context, not just sports. And that's how you picked Lincoln too. "10 minutes from the big house and grew up in this town. Don't watch football." Carnifage says, "I will stick with Uber Eats since I can go online whenever I want to and don't have to even think about taking crap orders." That is one very nice thing about Uber Eats. Problem with Black Hills is that in winter the air outside makes your face hurt. It does. It definitely does in Nebraska. Catchin, how are you doing? Spent time in Rapid City, Deadwood, Spearfish, all cool places, beautiful country. Winter's definitely different from where I'm originally from, India and Florida. I'll take the heat. In Texas, I think it's 15. Hey, no worries, Michael. I do respond. Sometimes I'm just slow to it. Ann Arbor is famous for two things: overrated football team and the movie Jumper. Don't forget Bob Seger. I put Bob Seger at the top of that list. Bardowski, how's it going? America's the best. Austin, what's going on? Made it to the party. If you get the chance, spend a few days in Deadwood. That's where Kevin Costner's restaurant is. I met him in 2008. After that, couldn't think much of him anymore. Not a friendly visit, I take it, or a friendly meet. Hey, no worries, Michael. He's like Grubhub, but it's too popular in this town for some. Not too popular in this town for some reason. It's similar to Lincoln. Paul says problem with Uber Eats is most orders are crap. Yeah, I think in the last week I've seen a total of 7 Uber Eats orders and I've taken 1. Night moves, old time rock and roll. Today was very un-Tuesday like. $300 in 8 hours? God dang. Do you have to show some leg or something? Blonde, have a good night. Ann Arbor Hash Bash. I have never heard of it. As far as Bardowski's comment saying America is the best, I always go with the Swanson Pyramid of Greatness. America, the only country that matters. If you want to experience other cultures, use an atlas or a ham radio. David says night defector. I'm assuming that you're talking to Blonde on that. I love the trash talk from Spartans. I love it, says Austin. Yeah, you can't help but appreciate a good trash talking. It's like watching one of those roasts. They're so savage, but you can't help but appreciate it. Austin got 2 catering orders, multiple LOPs. $77 catering order from Chipotle around 5 p.m. Dang. I got you, David. I can finally use it. Hey, Ohio, go flush yourself. I will let you guys do the trash talking of Michigan, Ohio State. One of my favorite history YouTubers is actually from Ohio, so I personally can't talk trash about Ohio. Oh God, David. Saw a dude who looked like Harbaugh come into the junkyard, almost asked if he was looking for signs to steal. Sizzler, what's going on? DoorDash is worse than an ex-old lady. I don't know, have you and I dated the same women? There's a couple I would take DoorDash over, I'm just saying. As a Michigan fan, we absolutely were overrated for a while there until Stallions helped us. Hey, Stallions actually, in all seriousness, he actually helped out college football. Because now they're putting microphones, they're putting whole headsets into quarterbacks' helmets. So I think that has been long overdue, since that's what the NFL's been doing for a really long time. So definitely make for, in some ways, make for an easier transition from college going into the NFL for quarterbacks. They're not having to learn the helmet communications once you get to the NFL. Paul says maybe that's why they're exes. Cheers to that one, Paul. What was my sport growing up? I can't really call sarcasm a sport. It's more of a competitive event, but I played football, basketball, baseball. I ran track. I was more focused on basketball than any other sport growing up, but if looking back at what people were telling me, I should have focused more on baseball. I loved just playing any sports really, but baseball was a lot of fun. Played center field. Basketball, I was basically the tallest kid. God has a humorous side because I had one growth spurt between 6th grade and 7th grade. Shot up to 5'8", 5'9", and that is where I've been since I've been like 13. So, yeah. But I was probably the only 5'8" kid who could dunk a basketball. What am I drinking? Lagunitas IPNA. Non-alcoholic IPA. Something different. And running track, I used to run. I did the 100-meter, and then long jump, triple jump, and pole vault. And looking back at doing pole vault, I was crazy for even attempting that. David, appreciate it. Have a good night. Enjoy your 1 year of Dasher sobriety. Austin, I used to be able to dunk. You're 6'5"? Dang. Yeah, I used to be able to dunk. It was this freak thing between 7th and 8th grade. I spent basically that entire summer on my bike. So I built my leg muscles up so much that, yeah, when I got back to school, no, this was between 6th and 7th grade, because I got back in 7th grade, and that was the thing that you did in the late 90s, early 2000s in middle school before cell phones and social media. You got to, if you played sports, you got to school well before school started. You played basketball. Lunchtime, you'd eat your food as fast as you could, so you had more time to go out and play basketball. After school, if you didn't have basketball practice or football practice or track practice, you'd stick around and play basketball with your friends, and then you would do the same thing every day. So when I got into 7th grade and we're playing basketball, I was like, "Hey guys, watch what I could do," and I literally just I run up and just hang on the rim, and yeah, I wish I could still do that. That sobriety is awesome. No more decline at all for me. Paul says only thing I can dunk is a donut. It's about where I'm at. Give me 6 months to get back in shape. Since I'm moving and all of that, I've been going through my laptop and my desktop and all of that and backing all my pictures up backing all my pictures up onto an external hard drive. Pictures that I've taken for the last 12, 13 years. So there was a lot of freaking pictures to go through. But I'm like, God dang. I need 6 months, I get back into shape, and but then you look back, looking back then and remembering what I was thinking then that I could get into shape. But now, where I'm at now, looking back, I'm like, dude, you were freaking jacked. Self-judgment is a real thing. We didn't know how good we had it before all social media nonsense. Being on YouTube, it's awkward for me to say it, but yeah, I completely agree. I can definitely hang on a rim. I just can't palm a ball to dunk, and two-handed slams are harder than one because I can. Yeah, I could definitely. So there's a video I watched, what was it, yesterday actually. There's they're starting to pop up again in a few places. There's one that I know just because I watched the video that's down in Georgia. They're called Pizza Hut Classic, and you're literally stepping into the 80s, early 90s Pizza Hut. The pizza, the decor, everything. You are literally, it's like walking into a time machine. It's crazy. So now I want to go find one. Maybe I'll just open up one. Austin says, I love YouTube even though it's social media, but hate the rest. YouTube is definitely unique on the social media front. And even, I would say even X, Twitter, whatever you want to refer to it as, they're definitely unique from Instagram, Facebook, whatever the other ones are. CC's still rips. We had a CC's here and they closed down recently. I don't know what. I'm assuming there's going to be another pizza place that goes in there. Was hoping Aussie didn't say anything to me, was rudely interrupted. I'm not sure if I missed something. I feel like I missed something now. I don't mind X. I don't post, but it's got its uses. It does. It's more, for me. It's more like window shopping when I go on X. It's just, what kind of crap am I gonna see on there today? I was talking about Deadwood. Yeah, I didn't see anything bad. Like I said, I don't know if I missed something though. Blindly scam baiting. I like the name. How's it going? I really appreciate your videos and thanks for the content. Working away. Listening from Melbourne, Australia. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. How is it down in Australia? Don't worry, I won't go into some Crocodile Dundee accent, so. I gotta watch out when I randomly go into accents. Some of them may be taken the wrong way. There was something I was gonna show you guys, if I can find it. You know you do YouTube. You know you do YouTube when you have more screenshots than anything else. I currently have 184 screenshots. My God. Hot in Texas, hot in Florida. It was warm here. Then I don't know what happened today. Your last video on how 85 is the new 70 for DoorDash is so true. I think it's gonna. They're gonna slowly raise the bar so that there's. Well, I'll be fighting to get on. I'll be fighting to schedule. Sapphire, what's going on? Just went through my Google Photos and deleted a whole bunch from work and food deliveries. Oh God, I wonder how many I got. How many of those are taking up space on my iCloud? I hadn't even thought about that. Screenshots, don't you get tired of having to buy new screens? Nah, just slap a new screen protector on there. What am I making a day? My goal is to average 167 a day, 6 days a week. Some days it's hard to hit 100. Other days it's really easy to hit 250. So things tend to balance themselves out, though. Sapphire says I might resurrect this channel and start doing food delivery vlogs again. Kind of miss it. Dude, even if it's like one video a week or 2 videos a week, I feel like when I get moved, I'll be posting more. So there'll definitely be changes when I move, but they will be, I feel like they're definitely going to be for the better. Or bailing, if DoorDash isn't careful, they could end up being regulated nationwide. That is really true. Like I said at the beginning, DoorDash's downfall will be itself. There is not a company out there. There's not a competitor out there that's going to be able to beat DoorDash. If DoorDash loses, it is by their own doing. Been trying to build up my business, Eternal Knights Collectibles, which is my main channel. So you can, Sapphire, you can leverage your channels against each other. If that makes sense. Intentional flooding, Southeast Texas. Into thin air has handle on weather mod. Costco Uber orders, I have not seen. Do I have a favorite frontier animal? Wolves. And they probably weren't always my favorite, but I had an aunt that loved wolves, and when she passed away, I got a lot of her art that's got wolves on it. So they are interesting creatures. Notice with DoorDash, if I do some community service, aka taking a few average orders here and there, they take care of me with bangers and platinum. Ryan, I've noticed similar. I have had times where I've done like community service for like 3 or 4 hours, and then the next day it's like all I'm getting is shopping orders, which you guys know me, I don't mind. The money's great. It only gets frustrating when I do nothing but shopping orders and I'm trying to vlog a video. That gets annoying. Ryan, what's going on, man? Ellen, how are you? Uber Eats just started Costco my market this week, so okay. I may be running Uber Eats more often now. Pack animals, gotta love them. I've got a coffee mug that was my aunt's. It's really intricate design, dream catcher with a wolf. Guardian of the Dreamtime, I believe it says. So that's yeah. Andrew, how's it going? Made a GoFundMe account and didn't hear back from your email last week. You are one of 3 people I have left to email back today. I got behind, to be perfectly honest, but I've spent most of the day, other than eating tacos, responding to everybody's emails. So I will get back to you this evening. My apologies on that. My ADHD every once in a while. It's like, oh, I'll email it back, and then yeah. Sometimes I let my ADHD run my butt over. Uber Eats just started at Costco in my market too. I didn't even see anything about that on the news. Where's my phone and my yeah. Uber Eats brings Costco to your doorstep. Oh, what do we got here? Business Insider, Gen X chef, says he's weaning off food delivery apps like DoorDash and Uber Eats because of 2 big downsides. I don't want to sign up for the downsides. Weaning his Maryland restaurants off popular food delivery apps, said the apps were cutting too far into his margins and had quality control issues. Go figure. He now uses a white label delivery service to take orders directly and pay a flat fee per delivery. Might have to bookmark that so we can talk about that in the video. Sisler on this channel, currently we're getting a contract violation on, of all things, a no-tip order. Well, honestly, as somebody who's gotten 4 contract violations, literally all within the last 2 years, and all of them from customers who did tip, like tipped orders, no tipped orders. Like I had a lot of people in the last contract violation video, that's why I don't take no tip orders. Every single contract violation I got was from a tipping customer. So I don't think I think there's just some people out there just absolutely suck, and they'll do whatever they can to get free food. That's unavoidable. But I think we need to abolish the rating system, because because I've noticed with the rating system as well, is you can get a 1-star rating but not a contract violation. You can get a contract violation but not a 1-star rating. I feel like that is the only time that a 1-star rating is actually warranted. Is the service was so terrible that either your food was destroyed or you didn't get it. Stu, how's it going? How am I liking Uber Eats so far? I find there's usually like one gold gem out of like 10 orders. That's about what I've done. I've taken one order and I've probably declined about 10. Michael, have a good night. Good Memorial weekend. Hey, I don't judge anybody that says y'all. The other day I was running Uber Eats though, and I went a solid 3 hours without getting a single offer. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of a shopping order, I get an offer, and of course it's like $2, and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot that I even had it going. That's Uber Eats in my market. Abolish or let us rate back. Completely agree, Paul. It's got to be. Let's do one or the other. You can't give 100% control of the situation to the customer. At all. And that's basically what DoorDash has done. Andrew says, from past experience on DoorDash, I had 4 non-deliveries from non-tippers. I wish I could backhand it. No, Andrew, it's not worth it. Where there's no sense, there's no feeling. So doing that, backhanding them is pointless. I'm gonna have to check out Mad Dasher. I haven't. There's a couple channels I've been meaning to check out. Wasn't that last week's topic? I thought about talking about it last week. Get mostly trash from Uber Eats with the occasional banger twice a week. 23% AR is self-explanatory. Cam the Ham, how's it going? Almost at 1,000 deliveries here in Lincoln and haven't had a CV yet. Few 1-star ratings, which makes me wonder if they're from non-tippers that I make sure their house number is in the picture. That is what I do. Anytime I have the opportunity, house number is in the picture. I had one picture the other day. That's what I was gonna. I don't know how well it's gonna show up, but I had to save it because I do enjoy every once in a while seeing the pictures that Dashers have taken from the previous drop off. This was to an apartment building. This is probably the best picture I have ever seen another DoorDasher take. That is the best picture I've ever seen. No apartment number. Not even sure they're in the right building. Just a food and a shoe. and realizing that it's a shoe on the right foot. That dude's shooting from the hip, literally. Left it door. Stu asked if I'm on catering apps like Delivered or Deliver That. I'm going through the Deliver at application hiring process, whatever it's called. Friends on them, it makes like 30 and 30 minutes. Dang. Now, Stu, I don't know if you were here when I first said it a little while ago, but I actually got a catering order or LOP order on DoorDash yesterday during Earn by Time. Did not know that that could happen. Meaty Mama also, and the Drum Girl. There are definitely a lot of channels. Yes. There's a lot of channels in such a niche market. Austin, I'm surprised that the app didn't say retake picture. It says awesome that she can live on 30 a week. Catch in, have a good night, get some rest. Shot from the hip, we shoot from the lip. Alex, how's it going? Oh yeah, you can get it on EBT. I've never had a large catering order. It was a $190 Panera order. So it was weird. It was completely unexpected. I was actually expecting just to get really upset at dropping off a $190 order on Earn by Time and having no tip. But I think it's an Easy Cater commercial. Mary, night. You're talking about Ford Fusions. At least it wasn't a Ford Focus. The last three people I've seen drive a Ford Focus have been in front of me sitting at green lights. The irony. I deliver on horseback. Haters will say it's not true. Want to give you the Pony Express treatment. Focus is garbage. I feel like some of the people that drive Focuses are as well. CH, you drive a Focus? Well, I know for a fact, CH, that you do not sit at green lights. You see that light turn green and you drive. These people, they might be driving the only thing that's focused is their car, because they're not focused at all. I do now have a Ford EcoSport. It's got the 2.0 engine like the Focus. So is that like is the engine is the starting speed of a Focus like slower than a Prius? Because I see Priuses all over town, and I swear they all have the same bumper sticker that says 0 to 60 eventually. People with ADHD should buy a Focus. Ryan, I'm not buying a Focus. I'm getting a Toyota RAV4. Tabby Marie, how are you? Working on getting my AR up, and at like 15 for months, got it up to 58 now, and it's helping. And cold orders here started using DoorDash. Yes, I just saw Focus trying. Hey, is this what I get from you, Ryan? I gave you kudos. I gave you thanks in my video, and then I get this from you. I suspect gas is cheaper than hay. Well, Tabby, like I was telling somebody else, I was telling Michael earlier today. Best way to get your AR up is just take it 10 orders at a time. Try to, if you're doing it per order, just focus on accepting 7 of each 10. That'll get you up to 70 pretty quick. Sometimes instead of looking at 100 going, my God, this is going to take forever and this sucks, just take 10. Try to take 7 out of 10 and do that 10 times. You'll be at 70. Plus, giving you those 3 declines gives you that wiggle room to not have to take $2 orders that are going 10 miles. Ryan uses an Etch-a-Sketch instead of an iPhone, no Wi-Fi issues. I said my brain, my mouth, there's no filter between. Sometimes I have to hit the emergency brake on my mouth though. Joe! Oh, you're not late. We have been going for an hour and 20 minutes. Maybe you are. No, you're not. You're good. Hope your day was good. I'm going with the Toyota RAV4, guys. Either a Toyota Camry or a Toyota RAV4. I'm aiming more for the RAV4. It actually gets better gas mileage than my car does. I can convert it into like the van life kind of thing, so I can actually put an air mattress in the back, and which I'll probably end up doing because I'll be doing a lot of traveling. So took 2 cash upon delivery, though both were no tip. I'm 3 for 3, no tips on those, never again. You can't, if you didn't know, Abby or Tabby, yeah, sometimes my brain just like cuts off a letter. You can turn off the cash on delivery. At least I still think you can. Yes. Dash preferences. Cash delivery I have turned off. So I don't even have to worry about getting one of those and declining it. Oh, Stu, yeah, I'd love to something with all-wheel drive. Yeah, I've had cash on delivery turned off for quite a while. Robert, how's it going? I don't have that. Don't have what, the cash on delivery option? It's a roller coaster. The pesky platinum program is a pain. Ryan says I turned out the cash option on day one. Don't need the drama. I probably already said that. Um, in Marshall, Missouri. I'm surprised that the app doesn't let you turn that off. Charlie does that thing where he doesn't move, and I think the stream froze. Well, it's it's a natural skill, I guess, that I have. Just randomly make people think that that the stream froze. I've got many hidden talents. That sounded so bad. Never mind. So if you ever wondered why a Prius is slow, it's the damn traction control system. It's not the 9-year-old in the driver's seat. I'll give somebody's grandpa a break on that then. I will not be. Dan says I was thinking of turning on cash delivery because more driven city got the best tips. Just don't do cash on delivery in bad neighborhoods. Again, I think it depends on the market. Trying to get to 100% AR so I can take a while before I get back to the 70s threshold. What do you think? I would say do what's best for you. For me, if I got back to 100, it would drive me nuts. Because in the back of my mind, I generally keep close tabs on every 10 deliveries that I do and how many I've declined. So I know, all right, the orders that I declined today, say today being a Monday, Thursday, I will see those orders again. So I can accept or decline, and my AR will go back up or down. And it took a while because I got into that habit of keeping track of basically every 10 or every 20. And then when DoorDash changed the programs and reset my AR back to 100, I didn't need them to, and I didn't want them to, but they did. because then I had to go. I had basically, it was a complete refresh, and I had to go back and go, okay, these orders. It was just mentally, it was a pain in the butt for me. So I would generally just say try to keep, if you can, accept at least 7 out of 10. Give yourself some wiggle room so you can decline a $2 10-mile offer. But that's just how I would do it. And I'm generally not very good at telling other people what to do. Especially because we're all self-employed doing this. Bigfoot here is called the Big Muddy Monster. They built a huge statue of it here in Murfreesboro, right in front of the new McDonald's. I'm going to have to go see that. Sasquatch people don't like being called Bigfoot. They consider their feet to be normal. I drove a Prius in Baltimore, Austin. Never again. I could fart propel faster than the car goes flooring. Only difference too is then you'd actually be able to hear a Prius. I took a $2.50 order the other day. BK said I was the 8th person to get it. I was stolen by another Dasher. Oh God, Scotty, I hate when that happens. It's like, yeah, you're like the 5th person to come in here for this. I had that happen the other day. I went in, reported issue at restaurant, order picked up, and then it let me do a worry-free unassigned, so not my problem. Even if the wheels spin a tiny bit, the Prius stops and Sisler says drug dealers never tip. I know doctors, pharmaceutical places, they are the worst tippers. Oh, those weren't the ones you meant. My bad. Paul, I agree. Some orders just should not be taken. I hate the traction control on the Prius. It's way overkill. Food gets stolen here so much, everyone is asking for confirms. I had somebody, some of you guys are going to beat me up in the comments in tomorrow's video. Wingstop employees, like, I need to see you confirm that you picked up the order. And I just looked at him and was like, I'll confirm that I've picked it up when you've given it to me. I know I'm going to get crap for it. But I'm not confirming that I've got something that I haven't actually have in my possession. If you got pulled over by a cop and you were told that you had to cop to whatever's in the car, not knowing what's in the car, are you going to do it? It's not even your car. Probably a bad analogy, but I'm still not confirming that I picked something up that I don't actually have in my hand. Hand it to me and then I'll confirm that I picked it up. And I don't even like having to do that because there's at least once a week I will pick up an order, walk to my car, then hit confirm as I'm driving away. But as I'm walking to my car, I'll get another order, like to a restaurant right next door. Like, you want to pick this one up too? Sure, why not? I wouldn't have gotten that if I confirmed pickup in the store. Once I confirm that pickup, the offers stop coming in. So, Brian, what's going on? Running into an Instacart unicorn last Friday. $126 single shop going 6 miles. That is definitely a unicorn order. test drove a Tacoma, wasn't impressed at all with that truck, no power at all. Yeah, I'm more digging the RAV4s. Orders get stolen at Mickey D's too, so they get it, then unassign it. Just switch to a QR system. You just scan the QR code. It's in your possession. You can't unassign after you scan the code. Unless your car won't start. And then I think DoorDash is going to figure out pretty quickly, this person is supposed to be driving, delivering for us. They keep having car issues like 3-4 times a week. Nobody that does gig work has that many problems with their car. Knock on wood. The girl messaged me asking if it was ready yet. I said it was stolen a long time ago. My AR will always be crappy because I don't like to drive where it wants me to. They're replacing all the V8s with V6 turbos. So basically, okay. So basically, if cars were guys, they'd be driving with one ball. My sister swears the Muddy Monster threw rocks at her one evening while they were arrowhead hunting in the woods, but she was probably... There you go, just out your sister like that. Down south they call the Bigfoot the grass man, or boogers. The Indian call him the boss of the forest. I don't like Wingstop because they make you fill out a form on a clipboard. Well, I would just be signing at Thomas Jefferson like I do any other time I have to sign, like at Petco. No, PetSmart. My Wingstop makes us dirty-handed dashers fill drinks. Hey, in all honesty, have you seen the hands of some Wingstop employees? They're just as dirty. I honestly don't mind filling up drinks, though, if it gets me out of that restaurant quicker. Only Outback Steakhouse asks you to confirm, and Buffalo Wild Wings. I had no, it was at Wingstop, because I ate at Wingstop once and I was not impressed. I'd rather eat at Wingstop than Popeyes, but anyway, my smart mouth almost told the employee, look, I don't know why you think people want to steal your food. You couldn't pay me to eat your wings. I'm definitely not going to steal them and eat them. You could give me $20 to eat your wings, and I would not do it. I haven't had Buffalo Wild Wings in a while, so I can't talk about them. A lot more are strict on confirming since 2 years ago. Yeah, even the Braves, because I had a Culver's order that I picked up. When the heck did I pick that up? I don't remember. I did save the pickup instructions, I think. After parking, enter the restaurant lobby and present order info to the Culver's team members near the shelf by the register. Press the confirm pickup button to receive order. Sorry, that's not happening. I'm not doing that. Do this prior to leaving the restaurant to ensure we have given you the correct order. That's a load of crap. Let's not. No, that's just a load of crap. Please do not attempt to pick up orders in the drive-thru. I don't know if you guys have Culver's where you're at. Their drive-thru is slow. Yet it's always quicker to pick up an order inside. Heck, it's quicker to go inside and place your order and get your food than it is to go through the drive-thru. The issue I have though is press the confirm button, pickup button to receive order. There's where we will all probably, some of us will agree to disagree. I am not confirming that I've picked something up that I do not have in my possession. It is just that simple. Once I've confirmed that I've picked it up, if something happens to that order, that's on me. If I confirm that I picked the order up and the employee slips or trips or drops the order while trying to hand it to me, now I'm the one that's screwed because now the order is going to be late because I've got to wait for them to remake the order. So I will confirm pickup when I've actually got it in my hand. And I know, like I said, some people are not going to agree with me on that. That is fine. That is how I choose to deliver, though. Raising Cane's, though, Tabby, they do not actually, at least the ones here, they will not work with DoorDash. That is why they're red card orders and we have to go in and place the order ourselves. Chick-fil-A wants to see my phone when I confirm. It's crazy. Majority of the restaurants make you confirm here. I just have a huge issue with that. Like, I'm not your employee. You can call the order in ahead of time for the ordering restaurants. I've done that a time or two. That's not a bad idea. And where do you get your smart mouth from? Oh, Mom, you already know that. Yes, I gotta behave. My mother's in the chat now. Our Popeye's closed, thank God. Sisler, I'm freaking jealous. They could close down the Popeyes here. I would not miss them one bit. What is my opinion on illegal immigrants flooding the market and removing opportunities for citizens? I believe that, and I know this is... First of all, how do we know legal, illegal, coming over? And I'm trying not to answer this like a politician because I'm definitely not one. Anybody that, a lot of these, I believe, are people that are sharing their accounts or creating accounts and selling them. That needs to be stopped. DoorDash has the technology to do that. I just don't think they choose to. Because at the end of the day, if there's no issue with an order being delivered, does DoorDash really care who delivers it? I don't think so. Is there's multiple underlying issues when it comes to illegals flooding the market. Like I said, generally you have to have a valid driver's license, documentation to apply to be a Dasher, and you go through the background check. So if there are a lot of, if there's a mass growing of illegal immigrants flooding the market, as you say, I believe that needs to, these companies need to be held accountable. The individual people coming over are not, that they themselves are not the problem. It is the people that allow the things to happen that needs to be changed. Whether it's legislation, companies, the way people handle background checks. I think a majority of that is on the companies. They need to be held. They need to be held to some kind of standard. Lots of competitions. Migrants tend to use multiple phones and accounts to game the system. That is one thing that I am going to do, though. I am going to try. Oh, yeah. I just need to find my EIN number. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find my EIN number, and I am going to actually do a video, and I'm going to see if I can apply to be a DoorDash driver using my EIN and not my social security number, because obviously they've already got that. I've already got an account. But can I use my EIN number to apply? So it'd be very curious to see if I'm able to, if they accept that and I get approved. Only one way to find out, and you guys will get to see it. So Stu says I'm not going to say much on it, but I've seen a few times where people just show the phone and can't communicate back and forth. That I don't think should be allowed. I've seen that a few times here recently. Yeah. I saw a Dasher today. Again, just pull right up into a handicap spot. He actually took up 2 handicap spots. He literally parked at an angle, taking up 2 spots right next to me at McDonald's. I'm like, you can park on the other side of me where there's, a regular parking spot. I've seen a lot of stuff lately that I'll be nice. And now I'm way behind on comments. It's important to confirm orders if they ask for it. Think about the customer stealing the food before the driver gets there. It's a major problem. I get that it's a major problem. And I have no problem confirming that I've picked up the order once I've been given the order. Like I said, I'm not going to confirm that I've picked something up that I don't actually have in my hand, because that employee could trip or slip, drop the order. They could end up giving me the wrong order and then chase me out in the parking lot going, I'm sorry I gave you the wrong order, because it has happened. I'm just not confirming anything that I don't physically have in my hand and that I have physically confirmed that is the customer. My phone's dying, but I'll watch on the TV, just want to be able to chat. Tabby, no problem. We're going to be probably about maybe another 10 minutes. All delivery apps, you can use the payment card at Raisin Cane. Knox, what's going on, man? craziest thing is, guys, why is it that all the other gig workers you meet are sometimes the most antisocial, awkward people I've ever met? Like, they act like if they speak or touch anything, they'll melt. And Austin goes, introverts are definitely attracted to gig work, can confirm as an awkward introvert. I know, I've actually tried to have conversations with other people that do DoorDash. Because, like, I am an extroverted introvert, if that makes any sense at all. I do love being around people and interacting with people. But then I like to have my quiet time by myself. Some of these other DoorDash drivers in my market that I have tried to talk to, they're literally just look at me like, are you really talking to me? Like, just, hey, how's your day going? Staying busy? How am I supposed to answer that? Like, I don't I get it, Stu, you make a valid point. Yeah, sometimes it's heck, you could even play a politician on TV. Yeah, I definitely couldn't. I I definitely lack that filter. And I honestly I don't think I could read off a teleprompter either. Like just Dan's comment there. If I was to read that off of a teleprompter, a senator exposed the problem, comma. Driven Wild exposed it too. Period. It's a major problem on rideshare. More. I could not read off of a teleprompter to save my life. Mike Drop Barbecue did a good expose on immigrants racketeering at the airport queue. They have like 10 phones each. The queue will show 100 cars, but there's only actually 20 drivers. Dang. Roland, what's going on? Excellent answer. I'm Hispanic, US born. It's a touchy subject. It really is. And unfortunately, we live in a world where you cannot generally open up your mouth with any kind of even halfway opinion without the risk of offending somebody. And I just in general wish that more people would actually just open up and have a conversation, put differences aside, open up, have a conversation, agree to disagree. You know, that's basically kind of how our whole country was founded. Like no two people in our Congress, any of our founding fathers, I don't think any two of them agreed 100% on anything. But they were actually able to have discourse. They were able to have a civilized conversation and move things forward for the general welfare for the entire 13 colonies. And which is another reason I generally stay away from talking politics. I still get asked every once in a while. The politics question. And Stu, yeah, I've got two phones as well. One of them I don't do anything on except basically YouTube's on my phone. YouTube is on my main phone pretty much the entire day. And then I've got my work phone, which is my YouTube, my gig work, So plus having one that's just basically business only, that's a write-off. That line is a whole write-off. So Joe says most customers don't care who delivers the order. When I did rideshare, I had riders say the person was different than the driver on the account. I think there's definitely a percentage of customers, at least when I interact with them in person, they remember me, I remember them, and they, even back when I was doing rideshare, I would get some of the same riders here and there, and they'd be like, "Is there any way that I could just request you to be my rider? Because my last couple drivers may be uncomfortable, you know, with DoorDash, it's my last couple drivers had a hard time finding the house. You're the only one that hasn't had an issue." I would love to see somebody come out with an app, an actual like free market platform where you as the driver would get hired by the customer. You negotiate wages, how long it's going to be, how much, if they're willing to accept that or not, whether it's a ride, whether it's to go pick up groceries, go grocery shopping, pick up an order at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. And that platform took a small fee, and I do mean an actual small fee, not what some of these gig apps go, hey, it's just a small fee of $39.95. But they took a small fee from the customer, and they took a small fee from the driver for conducting business on the platform. I just wish somebody would come out with that. It's like if they mixed DoorDash and Uber and Instacart and Rover, because I signed up for Rover to do Rover because I like dogs. Rover, you create your profile, you put your pay, you put what you charge, and then people can hire you or they don't. All gig apps should be like that, or there should at least be one gig app that's like that. Gig workers, there are antisocial, weird drivers, the cherry pickers I meet that were the coolest people to talk to. Gig Life, how are you doing? I'm trying to get caught up with comments, which is weird because I've only got 8 people in here. Or it says I only have 8 people in here. But the chat is going way too crazy for 8 people. So I don't know if YouTube's having any... Yeah, I'm blaming DoorDash. If YouTube's having any issues. I made 101 hour due to cherry pickers. And Dan, I'm going to assume you didn't have to show any leg either. Kaylee says, it's me. I'm other Dashers. In my mind, I thought you said, I don't think I could read it off of the toilet. I'm not very good at reading alphabet soup either, so. Alex, how's it going? Can I say for the most part I'm good with my deliveries out here in Washington, and ask Charlie, I'm a great tipper, but I'm alert as to who is doing their job no matter what their race background is. That is my mom, and that is correct. My mom actually tips really well. She was trying to get me to DoorDash her a bottle of tequila last night. I told her she couldn't afford it. Like, I'm 1,400 miles away. Do you know what kind of delivery fee that would be? Well, on DoorDash it'd probably still be $2, but yeah, it probably would still be $2. $2. Hy-Vee alcohol order, one item, 1,436 miles, $2 base. Stu says, yeah, but I wouldn't need to agree to disagree if people just admitted I was already right. Touche. Austin says, one of my very best friends is very liberal. I'm pretty conservative, and we get along. I think most people generally, if you get off of social media, most people do get along. And to be perfectly honest, and since we've only got a couple minutes left here, I've got friends on both sides, and both are as equally surprised at kind of my views on things. So I don't actually have a party. 3 phones, 3 apps is cool. 3 phones, 1 app, 3 accounts is not. Good point. Stu says, Sharon, you'd be surprised how many times I got an extra tip by joking with the customers. Stu, I've done that myself. Just a simple laugh. Just simple little joke, something to make the customer laugh. You're driving down the road, and like 2 minutes later, customer added an extra $3 or extra $5. It's crazy. Gig Life is up in here. Gig Life is up in here. Dan says, plus, Brash Dasher, they like to take a commission on the food from the restaurant, as I've met restaurants that they refuse to use food delivery because of that. They're making all kinds of money. All of these apps are. You're making money from the customers. You're making money from the restaurants. Like, and some of the fees that I've seen, oh my God. It's nuts. It's ridiculous. Gig Life, it is always good to see you. Scotty says, all of us Dashers in my area, we're usually quiet around each other unless we're waiting on an order and the restaurant is being slow. I had an issue a while back at Wingstop. It was like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and the employee was like, I need to see you confirm pickup. I'm like, can you hand me the order first? And then I will? And he kind of looked at me like I was just going to grab the order and run out the door. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to rehash things again. But there was like 4 other DoorDash drivers in there. And as I was leaving, I looked at them and I'm like, apparently they just think we're all thieves. All of them laughed. The employee didn't, but the rest of them laughed. Still better than a W-2 though. Yes. I will take my freedom. Last week was Snacky T, how's it going? If I don't have cash on hand, I won't order. Yes, my mom is old school. She's OG. She likes to tip in cash. Why does she like to tip in cash? Because you don't have to claim it on your taxes. Austin, you had a $2,000 week this year in only 60 hours. I've never had a $2,000 week in my market. I've never had a $1,500 week in my market. I think my best week ever, and I'm still, let's see, best week ever. $1,254 off of 154 deliveries in, I think, 61 hours, 61, 62 hours. I still want to break that 1254 though. I feel like to break, if I feel like in my market to hit a $2,000 a week, I would have to show some leg. Oh, Austin, no, yeah, I definitely. Well, you're smart. You know what you're doing to start with. Add that in with a good market, and you can make all kinds of money. Just show the ladies your tats. Austin, I see enough DoorDash drivers around here that already walk in with their and one shorts. They're I almost said a word that would have got me demonetized. The tanks, the wife, yeah. So I don't know if I could do that. Snack T says, I'm alright, just had new rotors and brakes put on my car, new tires this week. I could have done everything for you except for the tires. I could have done new rotors and brakes. That is how I save money doing DoorDash. And not switching to Geico. Yes. See, if I said, there's certain things, guys, that if I say, demonetized. So I try to be good and really try to watch what I say. So, guys, it is 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? I know there's one person in here that knows where their children are, or at least one of their kids. My friend did it. We'll go to Costco for tires. Snacky, you might check out. I don't know if Costco does it, but I know that Sam's Club does it. If you get your tires through them and you have a Sam's Club membership, if you get a nail in your tire or whatever, they'll fix the flat for free if you have a Sam's Club membership. I'm not sure if Costco does that or not, so you might want to check that out. But I know from experience, because a couple years ago, a friend of mine got a nail in their tire. I had a Costco membership. I took their car in and got it fixed for free just because I had the membership. So might be something to look into. My mom was always saying go to Costco for tires. Yeah, I'm assuming, I would guess the Costco's got the same deal, but who knows. She gave me a Costco membership. I just haven't got to get mine. Austin, what are you doing? Go to Costco, get your card. Go get all the free samples, man. It's the highlight of shopping at Costco. Gig Life, always good to see you. Snacky Tea, check in on that. Yeah. Like I said, I would think that Costco would do the same thing, but. All right, guys, I gotta finish editing video, so you guys have something to watch tomorrow. Appreciate you guys as always for hanging out. I enjoy Tuesday nights. You guys all have a great night. I will see you next Tuesday, unless I see you in the chat and comments and that before. So, Gig Life, Snacky, CH, Austin, Dan, Mom. You guys all have a good night.